She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Julia and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to give you guys my tips on how to maximize your time in quarantine as an actor. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Julia, and I am an actress, singer, and dancer in California. If you share those same passions, make sure to hit subscribe because tons of exciting content is coming this summer. Something that I've been doing a lot in quarantine that I have found to be so helpful is I'll watch shows on Netflix that I wouldn't normally watch for like enjoyment, but I'll watch them to study the acting. I also really enjoy watching different shows at the same time. Well, not like at the same time, but you know what I mean? I was watching this first season of Stranger Things. I know I'm very late to the game, but I was watching that at the same time that I was watching the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia. And if you know those two shows, they are polar opposites. And I love watching a multicam at the same time that I'm watching a single cam, just so I can really understand the difference. My mother is watching me. My second tip is to... Bailey! Hi, honey! My second tip is to watch documentaries on successful people. I love seeing the behind the scenes of how someone gets to be so successful. I just watched a documentary on Taylor Swift. I think it was called Miss Americana? Maybe not. I don't know, but it was so fascinating. And I just started another one on Todrick Hall, and even though a documentary is not the full picture of everything that goes into becoming a mega success, it's still more than just like an Instagram post. And I just find it so fascinating to see how much work really goes into doing a huge music video or putting on a Broadway show or things like that. And it reminds me that you have to put in so much work to attain huge goals, and huge goals are attainable. It's just a matter of figuring out how, you know? I just watched a documentary on Amazon Prime called Every Little Step, and for all of my musical theater people out there, this is a must watch. It's about the people, well, it's about the whole process of them casting the revival of a chorus line on Broadway. Something that is very therapeutic for me is writing. I love songwriting and just writing, not really poetry, but I just love like journaling or just writing short stories. The theater and auditions and dance class and sets are outlets for me where I feel like I can express myself, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. And in this quarantine, when theaters and places of artistic expression are closed, it's very strange and you feel like you can't express yourself and like be yourself, you know? That's why finding things that you can do at home without someone else's approval necessarily to express yourself is so important. My mom is literally doing yoga. Okay. This is another thing that I've realized. This is before quarantine. When you are just going from audition to audition to audition or from class to class or whatever, you're always focused on filling somebody else's creative vision. It becomes exhausting because like as a creative person, you have your own ideas and you want to express yourself. And for whatever reason, if you are being told no, which happens 95% of the time as a performer, and that's just how it is. Quarantine, because there aren't really auditions and things like projects that you can do outside of your home, it has reminded me how important it is to have your own creative projects that don't rely on anybody else. At the beginning of quarantine, I did like 6 to 7 Zoom classes a day, which I know sounds absolutely insane, and it was, and I didn't really do that for that long because I was just going crazy sitting at my computer for 7 hours every day. But there were so many free live streams and Zoom classes and just classes to take advantage of, and I wanted to do everything. There are so many free podcasts on Spotify to take advantage of as an actor, performer, musical theater, whatever you do. If you just search up, I'll put the ones that I've been loving in the description. There's one with Bonnie J. Wallace, and she's like a career coach. She's actually Dove Cameron's mom, and she interviews agents and casting directors and managers, and it's so fascinating. I mean, you literally learn so much, and these are really, you know, big people in the industry. Research, I feel like, is something that we always say, oh, when I have time, I'll do it. Now you have the time. There is so much that you will learn just from being knowledgeable about like who you're trying to work with, you know? I challenge you to just research one person that you would want to work with and find if they are teaching a Zoom class. I've gotten to take class from so many cool people over quarantine. Someone who I took class from a few weeks ago, his name is Alex Brightman. If you are in the theater world, you know who he is. I saw him in both Beetlejuice and School of Rock, and he's one of my favorite Broadway performers ever. And I got to do a Zoom class and I sang for him and he gave me feedback, and it was like, oh my god, my mind was blown. It was so cool. I also got to do a class with Desi Oakley and Christina Alabado, who are two Broadway stars, and they were so wonderful. It was just amazing. I learned so much, and it's so cool. I mean, all these people are doing Zoom classes, and now is the time to challenge yourself. And don't let this time, what's the word? Don't let this time frustrate you. This is such a valuable time to explore, try new things, research, push yourself, hold yourself accountable for things that you weren't doing before. All of these things that I'm telling you, I am trying to do myself. I would love to do more of all of this. I try the best that I can, but I'm human, we're all human. Don't beat yourself up if you are not at the top of your game. Just try harder the next day, you know? I challenge you to do this. Pick one script on Monday, memorize it Tuesday, work on it Wednesday, Thursday. Film yourself doing it on Friday. Have it memorized and just film yourself doing it. Take a break over the weekend, and then do another script on Monday. You really don't have to put that much time into it, and then after a month, you've done 4 scripts, and I promise you, your memorization will get better. And even if it's small, it's better than nothing, you know? And it's the little things that you do every day that turn into real growth. It's holding yourself accountable. I think that's what it is, and just life, you know? It's like the more that we're able to be our own coach and hold ourselves accountable, the more we'll be able to grow without having someone else tell you to do something. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be successful in anything, you have to do so much more than what others expect of you. That's something that I've learned. You can't sit and pout like, oh, I haven't reached this goal, because you don't have a coach that's pushing you hard enough, or you don't have someone who like believes that you can do it in a way. You have to push yourself to that goal, and sometimes you have to do that on your own. If there's a goal that you're trying to reach that no one else quite understands, you have to be your own coach, and that's okay. That is something that I have learned, and like my family is so supportive. I'm not saying, oh, people don't support me, not at all. But yeah, find scripts online, and there is so much that you can do that's free online. I feel like sometimes we think that we have to spend so much money on these fancy classes, but I promise you, if you just start finding the free resources, whether it's podcasts or this app called Scenebot, which I'm about to get into, you will be able to grow and learn and just better yourself so much in acting. I promise you. For those of you who do not know, Scenebot is an app that lets actors around the world, let me repeat that, around the world. I have gotten a number of comments on my 6:15 a.m. Actress Day in the Life video and other acting related videos on my channel from actors who say, oh, I don't live in LA, I don't live in America, I don't live in California, I feel like I can never be an actor. And I understand. If you live in a place that doesn't have as much artistic opportunity, like I get it, it's harder. But you need to be taking advantage of Scenebot. Basically, every month you can submit a new scene to be seen in front of casting directors, agents, and managers. You also get to support other artists and make new friends, and it's just so great. I mean, if anything, you're practicing a new scene every month. They also have an app called Scenebot Stage, where you can post singing, dancing, and modeling, just other creative videos. I'll leave links to both Scenebot and Scenebot Stage in the description of this video. My last tip on staying productive in quarantine as an actor is probably the most important one, and it has nothing to do with acting, which I find ironic. Basically, it's just taking care of yourself mentally. That was a combination of mentally and physically. Doing things outside of acting will help your acting. This is something that has taken me a very long time to learn, and I am still learning. I have been trying to go on a family walk every evening. That's been really nice. But just doing things like self-care, whether it's stretching or eating healthier. And I promise you, you will be a better artist and a better performer. Before I end today's video, I just wanted to say that there's a lot going on in the world right now, especially in America. Not only is art an escape, but it also, I think, is the greatest teaching tool. And I know that art will continue to teach people how society should be. Never underestimate your power and your voice as an artist. You don't need a billion followers or whatever to express yourself and to make a difference, make a positive difference. And especially in times that are hard, I am just so inspired and thankful for art. I'm gonna leave some links to ways you can help in the description. Your voice is helping, your expression, just you sharing your passion and your heart with others, that is making a difference. So never underestimate your voice is what I'm trying to say. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.